Hi everyone, Lisa here from Forest City Stitching. Hope everyone had a good week, or 2 weeks I should say. So as I mentioned the week before, my mom and my sister were visiting last weekend, and my husband was away in Montreal for, for the F1 race. So yeah, I didn't have an opportunity to film last weekend. And then he didn't get home until 8 o'clock on Monday. And I figured it was just worth waiting. So that's what I did. Today was a busy day. It's very hot here. It was supposed to thunderstorm all day and it hasn't yet. And as you can see, it's still pretty sunny out. So hopefully it will rain soon and break some of this humidity, because yeah, it's pretty warm. I had a race this morning at 9:30. It was a 5K. It was very humid then, so it was a very, very slow race. But that's fine. It was to support a good organization here in London that supports those with disabilities. So it was a good cause and a good turnout, and my son finished some of the race with me at the very end, and he ended up getting a medal somehow as well. So lucky duck. Yeah, and then sorry if you can hear him. I don't know why we need to talk so loud while we are playing Roblox. But yeah, then this afternoon we went to the park a bit. My husband had to work. My husband came home in time for dinner, so we barbecued, and then I made some jam as well. So yeah, and it's berry picking season, so last weekend and this weekend my son and I went strawberry picking, and I think that's all to get you caught up on personally. Yep. Canada Day is coming up on Friday, so that will be nice to have a long weekend. And yeah, so we'll talk about that next week, I guess. All right, so first off, I did make myself some tea from the Spring Flavors collection, even though it's so hot. But it's just a little cup of tea, so it should be okay. And this is Organic Queen of Tarts. The tea flakes are so little. When I was putting it in the tea bowl, it kind of reminded me of fish food, actually, to be quite honest. This might be good as an iced tea as well, but I wasn't sure, so I thought I'd try it as a warm tea. And there you can kind of see that's a really deep red color, so we will keep that away from the stitching at all costs. Yes. It's a nice tea. Don't want to spill that. All right, and then let's start off with haul, I guess. Not much haul. I got my spring copy of Just Cross Stitch. So this is the April version. I had got June earlier than I got April. There's a mix-up at the store, which is fine. So I finally got that. Now, I did take a flip through, and it wasn't too much exciting on here, except why I knew I wanted it. If I can find it. Well, there's this as well, I noticed, from Avalia Folk Embroidery, so that's kind of cool. I know Caroline, our tote, is carrying her patterns. Boy, my bird is chirping away. And then my son is being super loud. I hope you guys can't hear all that. What can I find? I'm looking for. Must be this way. There's some cute, there was some cute baby motifs, but I don't need that. There we go. So Karen from KB Studio Creations, she designed those, so I really wanted the magazine for those. What I was thinking was the burn and needle floss that I got at Stitch North might look nice to stitch one or two of those up. Now, while we're talking about KEB Studio Creations, Karen sent me a message yesterday, and I had model stitched for her. It's a Christmas tree made of ornaments. I don't know what the pattern name is off the top of my head. You would think I would have written that down, but I didn't. But I am going to get my husband, because I don't edit these videos, to insert a picture here in this general area of the pattern, because of the design, I should say, because Karen has been so gracious to donate one as a giveaway on my channel. So if you are interested in one of her, in that pattern, the Christmas tree ornament design, I stitched it 1/1 on a 28 count. So the version I stitched came out fairly small. I really like stitching it. I really like symmetry in my patterns, and her patterns are very symmetrical, so I really like that. But yeah, if you are interested in that, winning that pattern, I would like you to go to her Etsy shop, so KEB Studio Creations. So I'm just gonna show you, so that's her design name, so KEB Studio Creations. So if you want to look her up on Etsy, check out her Etsy shop and just comment below maybe your favorite pattern in her Etsy shop. It doesn't have to necessarily be the one that we're giving away today, but that's the one that you'll win. But I'd like you to take a look at her designs and see if there's any others that you would like to stitch. You know, I like to support smaller designers, of course. Karen's lovely. She also has a Flosstube channel, so if you haven't checked her out, make sure you do that as well. But yeah, check out her Etsy shop and comment below on what your favorite pattern is in her Etsy shop for an opportunity to win that Christmas pattern that I got to model stitch. All right, so there we go. We're 8 minutes in and we already have a giveaway. So that's pretty fun. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks, but my stitching hasn't been super great. So as you can see, there's a lot of white space, a lot of days I didn't stitch. So we will start off with, I guess, the 13th, right? Because I would have had a video on the 12th, because today is the 26th. Yes. Okay. Now I'm on track, I think. So I worked on Zimmerman Covulet to get that finished up. I didn't bring the pattern with me. I can't really cover it up, but so that is complete for Whip Go. So I got 1,000 stitches done on that. It might, one second. I don't know if that will help or not. The door was just open a crack. Yeah, so I got that done for WhipGo. I'm not sure if it was for another prompt or not. Alright, and then I pulled this pattern out a couple times over the last couple weeks for different prompts. And you would think I could just get my button gear and get it finished. July 1st by Shannon Christine. Oh, that's what it looks like there. Right? Like I just, one firework, probably 2 fireworks, finish the little house, and there's a top border, but I don't know if I'll do that. And then just finish the bottom border. She does a lot of color changes, but it really makes her designs come out well with all those color changes. And then, and this is something else, if I got my button gear, I could just finish. It is, I have a cover page for it. Like, really, I think there's only like 2 colors to put into this one. Yeah, 2 colors. And it's, well, maybe 3. Maybe another green. Is this bear from 4 Boys and a Newfoundland Girl. This is from 2020. As you can see, because it says 2020. And that's how far he is. I just need to finish this green wreath area. And then, so that brings me to the 15th. I didn't really stitch anything on the weekend until my family left. And then I got out berry picking, which was timely since we went berry picking. I don't have a good cover photo for this. For some reason I printed this one in black and white. But it's by Frosted Pumpkin. It's berry picking and ice cream licking. I really do like how the cream and the ice cream, I like the coloring in that. All I did was work on that yellow border. And then I worked on Moonshine Cabin. You can still hear that child, can't you? So Moonshine Cabin by Modern Folk Embroidery. This one I need to stitch under my magnifier because I can't see the holes in this fabric. But I got those windows done, were the main thing I added there. So it looks pretty good. It is hard to tell the difference between the yellow and then it's called Oyster for like the window panes, but it's okay. How close you can see it. So that was like 3 days of stitching. July 1st I had worked on again in between there. I also worked on Brouhaha, which was a free design by Plum Street at one point. I don't have a cover photo for it. And it was for a prompt that had to do with coffee, so I said there was coffee in that cup. And I added that cup. And then what I've been working on for the last 2 days is this year's Fox and Rabbit Mystery Song. And I'm working on it for a prompt like 200 stitches, 900 stitches. There, you can see the blue okay on camera. In the middle. So I've been mainly working on the middle here. And I think I've got about almost 700 stitches done. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll get to work on that anymore tonight or not. I'm doing it over one 128 count Monaco. Not sure. It was just some fabric I had in the basement that was big enough for this piece when it came out. And I'm using Leo and Roxy floss on that. Just whatever colors I want to. Alright, so we have 4 days left in July. I do have some more prompts I was hoping to get done for a Know You're a Min moderator prompt in No New Starts, but I don't know if I'm going to get all those done because there's more prompts than there are days left. Yeah. But that's fine. Yeah, so I'm working on still on leg 2 of the No New Starts road trip. Leg 3 has been released. They have offered to downgrade your ride to get you through leg 2, but I would just like to keep plugging along because the higher number of stitches do allow me to get good progress on some of my bigger pieces. Looking at leg 3, there's still some pretty big stitching sections. So it did cross my mind to ask for a downgrade, but again, it's not a race, and it just gives me an opportunity to get some more bigger chunks done on my bigger pieces, so it's fine. I think I'm gonna keep how it is. So Jolly July, I guess next time we talk we'll be into Jolly July. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have potentially 5 spots for new starts. I think on no new starts right now, I have 2 maybe that I could start. I think I do. I think I have 2 open slots that I could use. One's going to be Prairie Schooler Santa. Yeah. And then as far as my other new starts, how am I going to gain those? I think I need to focus on getting some stuff finished up, possibly. What a novel idea. Worst case scenario, I do have a few things on my Jolly July calendar that I could, if I got my button gear, once those were called, I could just get it done. So if I needed to move some things around, I could, to gain those new starts, if that makes sense. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that, and here we are with 4 days left in June. I definitely put a lot more thought into Mania than I did Jolly July. But probably because I needed more new starts for Mania than I did Jolly July. It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. I think that's all I have for today. So as I said, check out KB Studio Creations. Comment down below on what your favorite pattern is in her Etsy shop for a chance to win the Christmas tree ornament pattern that I will have inserted earlier into the video, i.e. my husband inserted earlier into the video. Yeah, so make sure you do that, and I hope everyone has a good week and is staying cool. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.